What's up? We're going to be doing the Blue Archive Live2D tier list, the Memorial Lobby tier list. Up here are all the characters who don't have Live2Ds. F in the chat, just as for Seiya. I'm probably going to be ranking them based on if I would wallpaper them, how satisfying they are to look at. So throughout this video, you will see my taste will be unraveled. There are 182 students here. I cannot do them all in one video or the editing will kill me. So I'm probably only going to do 46 for now. I'll split into 4 parts. Yeah, let's just start. That ear twitch was nice. I like the background. It's not too bright, not too dark. I like that. The classroom atmosphere is not too bad. I appreciate it. I'm gonna start off with the C tier. I mean, there are 182 Live2Ds. There will be better ones. I mean, we already have a better one. Her cycling alt. That water splash at the beginning was great. So, I mean, we have this bright blue sky, which I enjoy. The angling isn't bad. It's not crazy, again, but I do like it more than the base one, so I'll give it B tier. Wow, that's an angle. When I first saw this Live2D, I had a huge problem with it. The background looks kind of like a Japanese painting. So while I like Shiroko and I like the design, I will give this D tier. Serika's that's peak. I like the sunset, like that. I like that style. It's very simple. It's got a slight tilt, or what is it called again? Oblique? Oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's very calm, very relaxing. I won't count the music because you can always just mute it or change it. So I am going to give Serika maybe A tier. I like it quite a bit more than the cycling alt. I'll keep her in the B tier for now. Now her New Year alt, it is very nice, very relaxing. Maybe I would say I like her expression in this one more, but I do probably like the background in the other one more. Basically the same quality as the original, so I'll just give it a B tier. That's wow. This is the most recent character released, so it doesn't get any more new than this. That expression is peak archive already. It's very nice to look at. I honestly will give it, I'll give it A tier, but I might lower it depending on what we see next. Alright, Hoshino's. Oh wow, a quote. You got Oji-san with, you know, just the fish chilling. So it is a very satisfying background, wallpaper, L2D, whatever. It's less like fun to look at than Swimsuit Serika's, but I feel like I would like to look at it for longer, so I'll put it above Swimsuit Serika's. Holy peak archive. Wow. Wow. The peak. So peak. I have no words. I have no words. The Blue Archive is real. It's funny. Like, it is very relaxing because it's so simple, but there are better things out there. I'll honestly just put it right below New Year's Serika. It's nothing special. It is nice though. I mean, off the bat, see, Nanomi swimsuits water animation is already way better than Summer Shiroko's. Now, this background, it's very relaxing, very calm. The deep blue with the light blue. Nanomi's smile is peak archive. I love this one. I will give it S tier. Oh, Ayane archive. Oh, I didn't think we'd hit more peaks so soon. Ayane is great. Ayane without her glasses is peak archive. A tier. Now, do I put it above Summer? I will. I'm gonna put it above Summer Hoshino. Look at those peak art. Oh, look at all those peak. Oh, look at that. I mean, for Ayane, you know, better than her base one. I don't think it's quite S tier, but it's still pretty good. Oh, Makoto's, okay. Oh, that's rough. Now I don't know that much about Makoto, but pretty good. Kind of like some Godfather type shit, except not as dark. Like, for the same reason I put Hoshino above Serika, Summer Serika, I'm probably gonna put Makoto above Hoshino, even though I really like the blue of Hoshino's. Anyway. When the archive. I mean, dude. Arokaki, man. What do I say? She needs some serious course correction. I think I enjoy it on the same level that I would enjoy maybe Serika's, just for a different reason. Barely more than Serika's. The Ibuki archive is real. Man, that's peak archive. Wow. So is that is even more peak. Ibuki's design is just, wow. If I say any more, I might get arrested. It's very fun to look at. Maybe not like super calm, relaxing like Nanomi's. I think Summer Serika is a little more fun to look at, so I'm gonna put Ibuki right below Summer Serika. Oh, peak archive. Now we get into Hina. Now, Hina was the first Live2D I unlocked when I first started the game a year and a half ago, and I still stand by that. I made the right decision. The artist knew what they were doing. I suppose it's like kind of similar to base Ayane's. Feels pajama Hina, you know. I mean, Hina has 2 more alts, so it's nothing crazy. Because this one, I do think this is much nicer than the base. Just, this is a very nice view, so the S tier, very much appreciate this one. Sorry, I was busy. It's just so peak. Oh. Is this really what the blue archive is about? You know, Aka's very silly. She's a very silly goose. Honestly, I'll probably put it right above base Hoshino. Holy peak archive. I don't know. Barely below. I'm gonna put it below Hoshino. Put it under Serika's as well. No, I'll put her above them. Anyway. Oh, Iori archive. The Iori archive is real, isn't it? I do very enjoy it. So much of the A tier. Maybe more than Akko. Yeah, honestly, probably there is good. Okay. The feels to New Year's Serika. Oh. Chinatsu archive. So peak. So peak. As soon as you will know how knowing it are spelled incorrectly. Yeah, Chinatsu is very nice to look at. Reminds me probably kind of like Aroha's, just a little bit better. Is this the peak archive? Chinatsu's smile is just so peak, man. It's very, very archive. I'll put it there. All right, Arius. Now, Arius is nice. I like the pen spin. I like it. It is kind of like standard though. Kind of reminds me of Shiroko's mid. The base one, honestly, I might also just put Nanomi's in the C tier for that reason. Okay, whoa, what is this? Oh, that's peak archive right there. Well, off to a good start already. The lighting is just so dim. No shit. I mean, just for that, it is already one of the better ones. I'm gonna put it between Serika and Iori's. Oh, the lighting's much better in this one. And Aru, oh jeez. I have not seen this yet. This is one of the experiences of all time. Damn. Honestly, below Hina, but it's still really good. Wow. Oh my. When the blue archive is real. That smile just now. That's peak archive. That's peak archive. It's above Chinatsu or under Ibuki? Probably here. I mean, it's fun. What? Oh, camera. Okay. It's very interesting. It's kind of mid. I don't really have anything to really appreciate about it. You know, when the dress alt comes and the suit alt, you'll be peak. Now, speaking of peak, might I introduce you to Peak Archive? This one is great, but how good is so good? How good is so good? Barely shy of S though. But yeah, I'll put her top of A tier. Hyakkyako's great. Whoa, that's peak archive. Holy shit. Now, do I like this more than base? Probably, yeah. I'll put it right above base Hyakkyaco. Okay, starting strong. What the gangster? What the archive? Oh, peak archive. Never mind. Peak archive. It's a nice surprise. Hyakkyako's one of the archives of all time. Triple Hyakkyaco threat dominating the A tier. Congrats. I don't know if Haruka's is underrated, but this is one of my favorite LIVE2Ds. This one's a really good one. Like, I like this more than base Hyakkyaco. She is at least better than base Hyakkyako's. I don't know if it's better than New Year's. I'm gonna say barely not. A little lower than New Year's Hyakkyako's. Actually, I've never seen this. I think I was missing out. She does look more precious. I think dress Hyakkyaco is actually better than regular Hyakkyaco. I think I like it more than base. I don't know about New Year's though. That being said, the New Year's Haruka, yeah, I think this actually kind of goes down a bit. Maybe below Summer Hoshino. Like, rating between individual students is tough, but it is definitely A tier for sure. I'll put it below Aru. I'll put it below Summer Hoshino. Harna, okay. It reminds me of Nanomi's. Nanomi's used to be B tier before I knocked it down. I guess I enjoy it a little less than Cycling Shiroko, so I'll put it there. I haven't seen this one. Okay, not bad so far. Peak Archive, not bad. Why does the background look like it's out of a children's book? Like, this bridge looks like it was drawn. Wow, no shit. This is a nice one. I like it considerably more than the base. Probably up into the A tier. That smile is so nice. I'm probably gonna put it right below Hot Spring Chinatsu. Holy peak archive. Dude, the candy on the tongue. Yeah, I cannot believe it. It's so silly. I think I'd rather look at Akko's like 6 times out of 10. Barely above Hoshino. Junko's base is honestly not too bad, so it's gonna be like probably somewhere here. Get a little more than Mutsuki's, maybe a little more than Ibuki's. Speaking of which, I'm probably gonna start moving these down. There's been too many A tiers. Top of B and bottom of A are very close anyway. I'm gonna say I like it a little less than Ibuki's and a little less than Mutsuki's, but more than Chinatsu's. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay. Not bad. It's kind of, I mean, it's pretty much on par with Haruna's. Do like Junko's just a little more. What is going on? Is she gonna eat it? It is on par with Arius, so I'll just hold it there. Holy fuck, finally. The peak archive is crazy. I'm gonna put it like it's like Iori's with extra steps. I'm just gonna yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah. Okay. Kari's. I mean, that smile is peak archive. I can feel my wallet like progressively getting smaller and smaller as I look at this. It's similar to maybe Junko's. It's okay. I'll put it like a little bit under like Serica. I'll just put it there. I haven't seen this one yet, actually. Wow, that's an angle. Peak archive. Similar to cycling Shiroko, I guess. I think I enjoyed a little less. But yeah, it's like on the same level as cycling Shiroko. Fuka, who I guess is wife archive. Anyway, it's very simple. I guess there's fine. New Year Fuka, on the other hand, is very, very nice. Lighting here is great. That smile just now, peak archive. It's similar to New Year Aru, just a little better. Maybe right above Hoshino, just a little above Hoshino. Yeah, I'll put it right there. All right, last one for this video, Juri, who actually has a very nice one. When I first started playing, she didn't have one, but they added in a pretty nice one. So, peak archive. Appreciate the hard work, even though all these tomatoes are gonna get turned into purple mush. Probably A tier. Like, it's very enjoyable. I enjoy it similar to how much I enjoy Makoto's, but just for a completely different reason. Anyway, probably put her right below New Year Haruna. So right next to New Year's Fuka. That is everyone for now. Yeah. I feel bad for putting her all the way down here, but that background is just not good. Yep, this is the tier list so far. I will be rating all of these students some other time. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next ones, and bye. We are so back. What's up? We're doing the second part of the Blue Archive Live2D tier list. If you haven't watched part 1, you should, because look at all of these students whose Live2Ds you could see reviewed if you had just watched part 1. I said it was going to be abydos and Gehenna. Apparently I lied, there's still 4 more. So we'll be doing all of Gehenna and probably just all of Millennium. Then I'll stop there so that we don't squeeze into a new school. I was gonna make a couple of changes, so quote-unquote spoiler warning. Anyway, I'm gonna move Ibuki right up below Hoshino and track Haruna right above Dress Akko. Huge changes here. The biggest one being Ibuki jumped to like 3 slots. But anyway, let's begin with Senna, shall we? Damn, imagine the peak archive if she had smiled. Anyway, probably one of the best backgrounds we've seen so far. If Senna smiled, again, as I said, that'd be peak archive. I know I mentioned it twice, but it's a very important thing to mention. Pretty nice view, and that's all you need, really. So we're just gonna start strong. This is A tier for sure. Probably like around here. I'm gonna put Senna above Hina. I think that's a good start. Oh my archive. I forgot that we were getting here. This is the first foot archive we've seen. This Live2D is not too bad. Pretty simple. I think it's like this is exact same as Roja's, but just brighter. I think I would prefer the Roja's just because it's a little darker for background purposes. So I'll put Kasumi right below Roja. Wow. Crazy. Imagine naturally having that expression, that's crazy. Oh, peak archive. Nice. So soon. This one's not too bad. The lighting's kind of maybe somewhere around here, top B, low A. I'm probably going to put it below. I think it reminds me of New Year Aru in that the lighting's kind of one note, but I think I prefer New Year Arus. Whoa. Oh. Again already? Again already? Just saying. We're going to Millennium next. Wow, I can't believe it. I think Carrara probably similar to Mutsuki's. Yeah, I'll keep Carrara right below Mutsuki. Oh, finally Millennium. It's the one that started it all. You know, usually with gacha games, the starter character, or so they say, usually kind of mid, but Yuka defies expectations as expected. I mean, it's very simple. It would remind me of Ibuki's, just a little, barely. Oh, it kind of reminds me of Juri's, I'd say. Yeah, so I'm gonna say Yuka's kind of similar to Juri's. I'm gonna put her right above Juri. Damn. Oh, peak archive. Nice. This is it. I'm a fan of ponytails. Sorry. I'm a fan of ponytails, first of all. Honestly, this one reminds me more of Juri's than base Yuka's. That said, I think track Yuka is better than base Yuka, right below Makoto. No other record keeper. I saw a comic where she was writing the rules of Death Note on the window. Anyway, that was peak archive. I always have to point it out. I don't know. It's just really nice. I would be tempted to give it S, but in terms of where I've ranked all of these, I'd say she kind of, because I'm using her L2D right now in game. I would probably, I mean, as a wallpaper, this would be one of the L2Ds that I would most likely choose as my wallpaper. That said, actually yes. There is no that said. I'm putting her above base Kayako. Go Googie. Peak archive though. New Year's Junko is surprisingly low. Why'd I put it so low? I don't know. Kind of similar to New Year's Serika as well. I prefer Koyuki's over Cycling Shiroko, so I'll put it there. There's a lot of peakness going on right now. Oh, that smile was one of them. I will probably be putting Chihiro probably somewhere here. Kind of similar to New Year's Fuka, but I think I do like hers a bit more. I will put her above Iori. Again, rating between students is a lot more difficult than just putting it in the tier because that could change literally in seconds, like Bitcoin. But anyway. Wow. That's an introduction for sure. That's crazy. Peak archive. All right, this one's a little similar to Koyuki's. Very bright over here, and not too bright. I like the contrast. Maki is peak archive, just on her own. I mean, her smile is carrying most of it. I will probably put her somewhere in the leagues of Ibuki. She's pretty similar to Ibuki's. I think I like hers a little more, just because of the background. So yeah, I'll put her there. Is this the same audio? Oh, I guess you guys can't hear it. I muted it. Harai is also peak archive. When I saw her camp outfit, I was excited. I haven't even seen her L2D yet, so that's gonna be a journey. All in all, very comfy. Hoodie is peak. Not just peak archive, hoodie is peak. She's like Noah but nerfed, so like somewhere down here. Right above New Year's Haruka. Between her and Dress Hina, sorry, I like Night Sky more. Sorry, Hina. You got outranked by Campfire, which is, you should be proud of that. Stand proud. Kotama's LIVE2D getting voiced was one of the best things to happen in my whole life. Love the library atmosphere. It's very relaxing. This is probably one of the most relaxing Live2Ds I've seen. I prefer the rain atmosphere of Noah and Hyakkiyako more than I enjoy the library atmosphere that Kotama's has, but I think the way that Kotama was drawn here as well does put her like barely above Noah by the slightest bit. In 100 other universes, I'd probably put Noah above Kotama, but ponytails are also peak. This one's a lot cuter than the base one. I'll probably put her a little bit below her base as well as all of these. I'll probably put her above Dress Aru. It's still really good. Nero's is really nice. The background here is great. The fireworks are a nice touch, the lights too. Probably like mid A, like somewhere here, right above Chihiro. That's rough, buddy. I don't know why she has tags on her hair. This one reminds me of one we haven't seen yet, so I won't say. It's kind of like Izumi's and Arius. I'm gonna put it down there. Wow, well, this was the one it reminded me of. Yeah, this one's also between Aru and Nonomi. Wow, the proportions are insane. This is like the exact same as Beach Izumi's. Why is Beach Izumi's all the way up here? Honestly, this one reminds me more of Bunny Neru's for a reason that I'm sure nobody can guess. Yes, I will be putting it right above Bunny Neru. Peak Archive. The lighting here is not bad. It's similar to, I'd say, Kotama's library atmosphere. Normally I'd like some contrast, but I think for this kind of theme, the fact that everything is such in a similar hue does make it better. So I'll probably put it, I barely prefer Akane's over Shinatsu's. Lighting here is very nice, reminds me of Senna's like 80-90%. The lighting in Senna's I liked more, but probably the entire presentation overall I like in Bunny Akane's more. So I'll probably end up putting Akane below, and I might put her below some of these as well. I'll probably put her right above Dress Aru. Wow. So apparently a lot of people know who Asuna is without playing Blue Archive. This is like Koyuki's, but with extra steps. A lot of extra steps. I'll put it right below Koyuki's. Wow. Karen Archive. I mean, Asuna knows how to smile. This one's kind of similar to Beach Iori, or Swimsuit Iori. Oh, I rated the wrong one. This one goes here. How did I get these mixed? Anyway, yeah, I'll put Bunny Ayane right above Swimsuit Iori. Is that a... Sorry, I thought that was a lemon zester. I don't think it is. The only time I like bright lighting is when it's supposed to be bright. I mean, yeah, it's very calm, standard atmosphere. It's not bad. I'll put Toki right above Jury. Wow. 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 See, this is when the lighting becomes a problem. I can't see. This is a flashbang. It's not lighting, it's light. I'd probably say similar to Mutsuki's, just like the opposite in terms of lighting. Nice Peak Archive. This is Senna's but better. Hibiki is also smiling in this one, so that's bonus points. So already above Senna's. I'm tempted to put her above Ayane as well. I'll put her above Summer Ayane. Not quite above Kayako. This one's crazy. This one's crazy. She actually is a puppy. The situation that this is pretty funny to think about. I think it makes for a pretty good wallpaper. I just don't think it'd be my favorite wallpaper, but it is a really good one. Honestly, it reminds me of Chihiro's, but I don't know if it's the same level as Chihiro's for me. Actually, yeah, I'll put her right below Chihiro. Remember, this one wasn't voiced before. When this got voiced, it was good too. I'll probably put her right below Serika. Peak Archive. See, bright background works very well here because it's not too contrasted with darkness. It's more simple, but of course, with the bots and the cards, it's way less simple. Blue cards, though, those give me nightmares. Put her right above her base form. That was a great introduction. Yeah, the lighting's not good, not bad. It's pretty bright, kind of like Nanomi's. Somewhere here, right above Megu. Damn. No glasses Kotori. That's where peak starts. With glasses characters taking them off. Probably similar to, I'd say, Cheer Utaha. I think I like Utaha a little more. Wow. Kind of reminiscent of like Karen's and Asana's. So I'll probably put her somewhere around there. Right above Beach Izumi. It's okay. Oh, here we go. This is... Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. The thing is, why are the panels in the back so bright? Kind of ruining the vibe. Whatever vibe it is. You know exactly what kind of vibe it is. It's kind of like Bunny Toki's. It's a little... like it focuses too much on the dark. I'll put it between the Utahs. This one's wild. Like, you don't even have to know what's going on to know what's going on. Kind of reminds me of Kotori's in terms of its simplicity, so I'll probably put it around there, just right above Kotori. Wow, that's crazy. Peak Archive. Ponytail Archive as well. Wow, she can smile like that. That's great. She should do that more. The hot cocoa is a nice touch. Honestly, reminds me of Hot Spring Chinatsu's. I think you know why. Probably right above Track Harana. This is basically like Haruka's, but with a smile, which makes it better. I think I prefer New Year Kayoko though, so I'll put her right between them. Very, very lovely one. I love it. This one's a nice one. For headcanon purposes, I'm gonna pretend that's K. When she looks into the mirror, she gets Peak Archive real fast. All things considered, it is a little standard, like regular Toki, but it's a little more mellow in the lighting than regular Toki and all of those around there. So honestly, while I do really like Maid Alice's, I feel like I only enjoy it around the level of maybe Dress Akko. I'll put her right between those two. Damn, big eyes, big forehead, short. Hers is kind of like Mutsuki's. I think I put it a little bottom of A tier. This is so peak. Yeah, that's peak archive. You know, it's lighting, not light, like Bunny Toki's. Probably put her around here, more than Ibuki, right below Maki. Womp womp. That was a good pout though. It's fine. It's nothing too crazy. Probably like somewhere right here. I think I like it right between Bunny Toki and Mutsuki. Nice peak. She looks like a child anyway. Before I say anything worse, I think she looks more precious. The amount of preciousness between her and Maid Yuzu are very similar. I think I'll put her right above Maid Yuzu, just a little bit. Is this a punch card? I don't really know. It's very front and center. I actually kind of like Yuzu's. I'll put off Kazen. Alright, last one. Maid Momoi. Crazy. This is crazy. It's too silly for me to like put it very high or high at all. It's probably going somewhere down here. It serves its purpose. It's just not the purpose I'm looking for. So I'll actually put her like right above near Mutsuki. That is the that's the tier list for now. Next time we'll probably be doing all of Trinity for sure. I think we can get away with doing all of hyakkiyako. I'll see. I'll think about it. Anyway, yeah, these are the stats for now. Like I said, stats between students can change in seconds. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next edition of super accurate and entirely objective L2D tier list making, voting. Anyway, bye. All right, looks like it's time for more Peak Archive, Blue Archive LIVE2D tier list making. You should go watch part 1 and 2, just because of Seiya. All right, so today we're going to be doing Trinity for sure, because it starts with Nagisa and ends with Summer Hinata. I think we might have time to do hyakkiyako, so I will probably make a couple of changes to this list before we move on. Maid Momoi is going to join Summer Shiroko in the D tier. I really don't like that one. Yuzu, I'm going to bring up probably right below Ibuki. I guess she's above Ibuki now, I'm fine with that too. And then Alice Maid is going to go right below Ibuki. So those are the changes I'm going to make, nothing too crazy. And I think I'm actually going to demote Summer Hina into the A tier, just because her background's a little too mellow for me. Apart from that, it's still a really good one, so I'll leave her at the top of the A tier. Alright, so without further ado, let's start with the tier list. We got Nagisa, of course. Here we go. Let's go! Peak Archive smile right off the bat. We're starting off pretty strong here. I think I'm going to give Nagisa probably mid A tier, right below Toki. I think that's a good start. Let's move on. Wow. Nah, that's crazy. Oh, there you go, Peak Archive. Let's go. Alright, the background is very nice. Love it, the night sky. I think Mika's is very simple, but I think here's simple done right. Am I biased? Absolutely, but this is my video. I would say above the Chihiro and Cheers Squad Hibiki group, up above here too. I would say right above Bunny Ayane. But yeah, this one's a nice and simple one. I like it. The lighting's pretty good. Kazuya's doing great herself. I'd probably put it somewhere up around here. So I'll put her, I think, right above Momoi. Alright, sorry, Green Momoi. I can't believe I made that mistake. Wanted her to smile, but I guess that's not in character, but that's okay. The situation that this Live2D presents is fantastic. With that in mind, I think I'm going to give her, I'll put her right below Maid Alice. I like it. Nice. Oh, nice. Huge peak archive. Yeah, presentation here is good. The lighting's nice. Afternoon lighting, evening lighting, whatever. I think Natsu will probably go somewhere here. I'll probably put her right above Maid Alice. So we're sandwiching Alice. Nice. I guess I have Wi-Fi issues. I don't know. Irie is very precious. I do think the blossoms are nice. I don't know which kind they are, but no one really cares. I like the blur. That's always pretty good. I like it just a little less than Yuzu's. Oh, lovely. Nice. I love the confidence. Oh, I love the peak archive too, of course. I like rain atmosphere, so it's a good start. The background, like the buildings, are kind of boring. Look like some Wild West shit. I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't know. It's just very relaxing. I think this would actually make a good wallpaper because that is one of the criteria. I'll put it right above near Haruka. That's crazy. Nice peak archive, of course. I hope you guys all understand the meaning of peak archive because I say it so often. I'm gonna say below band Kazusa. Nice, peak archive expressions, even without the smiles. Oh, peak archive. Oh, peak archive. Holy shit. Lighting's great. I like the contrast here. It's awesome. Honestly, I like this one more than I normally would. Like, I probably wouldn't wallpaper this, but it's just so nice to me. In terms of how much I love it, it's like high A, but in terms of how much I would wallpaper it, it's like B tier. I'll just put her above Maid Midori, or Green Momoe, sorry. Peak archive. Hey, what the Racer? I didn't think this one would be such a good one. The blur is excellent. It's excellent. Racer is peak archive right now. No matter how you want to put it, it is true. Do I like it more than like Senna and Hibiki's? Because they got like the city light, the orange and purple, pink stuff. Racer is such a silly girl, but because that Live2D is so good, I'm gonna put it above Dress Kyoko. I honestly think it does deserve it. Yo, she got something down there though. I was so busy with races, I forgot how good Suzumi's Live2D is. Like, this is one of my favorite Live2Ds for sure. I mean, it's very similar to Risa's with the color, but I don't know. I just think the way Suzumi's smiling is just so much peak archive. And since nobody really talks about Suzumi, I feel like it needs to be said that this Live2D is so excellent, especially since she's a one-star unit. You can get it so easily. Because of complete bias, and because I would absolutely wallpaper this, I'm gonna put her S tier right above Summer Nonomi. It's bias, but it's correct bias, trust me. The shakiness, peak archive. She's very precious, probably one of the most, if not the most precious student in Blue Archive. So even though I'm gonna give it like a pretty low score in comparison to everyone else, I still really love it just because it's Tsurugi. That said, I'll probably put her right below Midori. Damn, peak archive. I would never wallpaper this for specific reasons, but the presentation's pretty good. I like the lighting. Tsurugi's smile is still as precious as her other one was. I will probably just be giving it some standard tier because like I said, I probably wouldn't be wallpapering this. Honestly, it's on par with their base form because they're both so precious, but I'd probably prefer the base one just a little more. Like I like the rain atmosphere, the lighting's pretty good. I like the mellow lighting, of course, as always. Yeah, I'll just put it above everyone whose lighting I said was pretty mid. Top 10 Live2Ds where the artists and devs aren't even hiding it. Are they really that big? Would I wallpaper this? No. I have dignity. I'm gonna put Track Awesome just at the top of the C tier, just cause, come on. No, Mashes is wild, for sure. I always wonder if there's something down there. I really think the answer is no. I don't know, my shirt is a little too sweaty for me. A fake fan, I guess. Probably right above Kazusa, below Buddy Toki. What? Yeah, for real? I thought she was smiling. Oh, it's so close to peak. That animation at the beginning was crazy. It's on her damn sprite too. I honestly don't really prefer wallpapering summer units. It's just not really my thing unless it's Summer Ayane, who is all the way up there. So I'll just put it right between Airi and Ibuki. The Peak Archive Smile and Wave. If Ichika Rizme by opening her eyes, that'd be an easy like S tier, top of S tier. It's a shame. It's a very simple Live2D, all things considered, but that is Ichika's style, so honestly I'm gonna be biased and give her points for that, kind of like Natsu and stuff. So probably somewhere up here. I don't know, something about Nagisa just compels me to drag it a little up, you know what I'm saying? I think you do. I'm probably gonna put her right below, or maybe right above Band Airi. Mine's is incredible. I actually tried pulling for her to get her Live2D. I failed. So that sucks. The night sky, the starlights are incredible. I love that. Mine is being really peak archive with that smile right now. Of course, as all students would be if they did. I'm not sure what flowers these are, but they illuminate a little bit. That's awesome. They're like two butterflies. Both of them are peak archive. I think I'm gonna put Mine in the S tier. And it's a really close battle between her and Dress Hina, but I think I prefer Dress Hina just a little more. Peak archive smile though. I do think Hanae is naturally smiling, which is naturally peak. Yoshimi was smiling. She doesn't naturally do that, so it's like extra peak, you know? Like Hanae is always smiling, so it's always peak, but it's not as peak. Like the average peakness is like a little lower. With all that yapping aside, I'm gonna put it right below Yoshimi, because I was talking about her. Peak. Just the sweater, the coziness of this is on par with the coziness of, I don't know, like Hare's. I'd probably actually inject Christmas Hanae in between them. So I'll put her right below Nagisa, but I'll keep her above Jerry. So I've broken into the Bright Squad. Peak Archive. Just remember that all of the relationship stories before this LTD are about Serena breaking into your office or wherever you are. That doesn't matter because this is peak. Serena, of course, her smile's peak archive, but again, like I said with Hanae, she does it too much, so it's not as peak as it could be. But her smile's a lot more mellow than Hanae, so honestly, it's not as less peak, if you know what I'm saying. So I'll put Serena right below her. Peak archive. Mega peak archive. Christmas Serena's L2D is wonderful, and if you don't think so, you're lying. This is an excellent example of simplicity, just like Mika's. I'll just put it right below Mika. That works for me.
Dude, I want Hifumi's L2D so bad, but I'm so close to unlocking her. I haven't unlocked her yet. Hifumi smiling, she's peak archive. Of course, same problem with Anae. Well, it's not a problem necessarily, but I think Hifumi does it better just because I'm biased. I'll put her right above Christmas Serena. The bias is crazy with this one. Peak archive. Peak archive! Holy shit! Now, I don't love it as much as base Hifumi, so I'm actually going to bring it back down here. Maybe with the brightness squad. So I'll put her right below Nagisa. If you don't think Azusa's LIVE2D is peak archive, you're incorrect. This is the one time I'll say peak archive if they're not smiling. See, this is a little bright, but there's so little of it that it's not a problem. And it's not like a flashbang either. But it's so precious, it's so pure. I'd probably put her above Bunny Akane. Peak archive. Yeah, peak archive for sure. The Ocean Horizon, that's great. In terms of beach ones, this one's one of the better swimsuit ones. Would I put it right below her base form? Yeah, I would. Koharu is her own unique style of peakness, of course. I don't know what situation they're getting themselves into because I don't remember the relationship story, but it's still hilarious to think about. Probably the silliest Goose in all of Blue Archive. She beats Raisa, she beats Koyuki, she beats Akko in terms of silliness. On that note, it's a very standard LIVE2D. It's not my favorite, but it's still a really good one. I'll put her above Nirufuka. Her waking up was peak archive. I think my mic disconnected for Beach Koharu, so I'm just gonna write down my comments because I don't want to record it again. Hanako is peak archive. You might believe that she's pure because she looks very pure in this one. And that's gonna put her L2D up, but I just think it's funny to think that Hanako is not what she appears to be in her LIVE2D. It reminds me a lot of Nagisa's, but I like it a lot more just because I think the water of the fountain is just a nice touch that I like. I'll put her right above Ichika. I think I like it just a little more than Ichika's. It's a really nice one. Why is she looking like that though? And there's a lot of shading, so I think that's a very nice, calm atmosphere. I think I like it just a little above Hanae. Peak archive. Like, dude, even Ui can smile in her LIVE2D. Yeah, library atmosphere like Katama's. No blur, but I think that's fine. But the library atmosphere is still very comforting, especially since it looks like Ui's little personal, you know, like hideout hole. I think I enjoy it on a level similar to like Ichika, Serena, Bandai. I'm gonna put her above Asusa. Peak archive. Damn, the crooked smile. I don't know if it's Ui in a bun or Ui in a ponytail. Both would be peak anyway, so it's fine. We win either way. I'll put her right below Track Yuka. Shumiko's is a nice one. Again, we have the library atmosphere like Ui's. We have a little bit of blurred lighting in the background, which is not bad. I'll put her above Koharu. I think the library atmosphere makes it really nice. This smile is crazy because it's Sakurako. Ooh, Sakurako. I'm tempted to put her above Band Kazusa, but I'd probably wallpaper Band Kazusa like 6 times out of 10. Peak Archive. Peak Archive. Yeah, Mars is lovely. See, I think the lighting here in the background is almost a little too bright, but when it's blurred out, I think it's okay. This is very simple, but it's also very lovely, because simple is what you want here. So I'll probably put her up here. And Trinity on a roll with all these A tiers. I'll put her right above Ui. There's so much peak going on right now. There's so much peak going on. It's a little difficult to believe there's so much of it. Mari's water. Mari in the gym uniform is all you could ever ask for, but I usually don't count the outfit in terms of their LIVE2D because then it's hit or miss whether they have a good ult or not. I think Mari's expression was so peak archive that I'm tempted to just put her above her base form and maybe above Christmas Serena too, but I'll just keep her above her base form for now. There's so much peak here. What's she doing? I think the lighting here is really good. The contrast is probably done in one of the best ways here. I enjoy it on a level like Sakurako's, so I'll probably just put it there. Physics. Peak Archive. Like I said, I wouldn't count their outfits, but I think I should just put out there for the record, I think Summer Hinata is one of the most well-designed characters from base to ult. Yeah, in terms of wallpaper, I honestly really wouldn't. I'd probably put it like just below Midori in terms of what I'd wallpaper it. I'll do like a bit of a bigger episode for the final one, especially since Rabbit Squad is coming up. I feel like everyone's waiting for that because they see it at the bottom of the list. Anyway, that is the tier list for now. Thanks for watching. I kind of went a little fast here. I tried to because I don't want the episodes to be 50 years long. This is fun. I like Trinity students. They did me pretty nice here. I think we've S-tiered more students in this episode than the last one. I'll see you in the next part, the final part, where we do everyone here. Goodbye.
What's up, guys? It's time for the final part of the LIVE2D tier list. We've been through a lot. We've seen a lot. We've given a lot of A tiers. But it's finally time to wrap it up with 57 more characters. I'm not gonna make any changes this time like I usually do because at this point I don't really care anymore and I wouldn't really make any changes. So without further ado, let's just start so that I can get this over with quickly. Starting off strong, I guess you could say. I think Kaho's smile is very deserving of peak archive right now, and maybe the Chisei plush at the top does too. The reflection off of Kaho is a little too bright, but that's okay. Kaho's got Mashiro levels of sweat, but I respect the dedication. I think I'm gonna give her right above Dress Akko and maybe above Track Haruna, but I'll leave her right above Dress Akko. Speaking of Chisei, peak archive. It's no question, peak archive. This one is amazing. I remember when I first played the game and I unlocked Chisei during one of my reroll sessions. I was surprised by how good her character design was. And then when I got her LIVE2D, I was even more surprised by how good it was too. Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised because it's Chisei, but whatever. What stops me from giving this S tier is it's a little too mellow. And I think that's the same reason why I knocked Hina down, or S Hina down into the A tier last time. I'm probably going to give her right above Alice. Damn, sorry. Peak archive. Chisei is incredible. Is it just me, or is her swimwear like falling off of her? Anyway, the ocean is cool, but it feels so cartoonish, like jello. They look like rubber. Swimsuit L2Ds aren't exactly my favorite. It's probably in the leagues of maybe Mashiro's. I'll put her right above Shimiko. I think the lighting in this one is great. It's good. Very good. It's simple. It's not bad. It's just all right. I'll put it right below swimsuit Tsurugi. Damn, also. Peak Archive. There we go. There we go. Holy shit. This LIVE2D is awesome. I would say it falls under the same setback as Chise's, where the lighting's a little mellow, but I think the way it's flash banging me on her right leg kind of gives it the dynamic feeling that I like. While I was tempted to give it S tier like Chise's, I think it does fall back down a little bit. I'll put her right above Summer Ayane. It's a really good one. There are better ones. Peak Archive. I really enjoyed the evening lighting, and I think based on what I know about Mimori, which is very little, I think she does qualify for Wife Archive. Her presentation here also confirms that very well. It's so peaceful, it's so relaxing. I'm probably going to give it a really high A tier, so I'll just keep her above Hifumi. Wow. Peak Archive. Now this is what I'm talking about. I see a very small patch of stars in the night sky in the top left corner, and if there were more, this would probably be easy S tier, but that's okay. The introduction was wild, but on that note, the water's animated way better than Chise's. It's really calm and relaxing. It's very nice to look at. Honestly, the wallpaper potential is really high. It doesn't have the same dynamic range of lighting that I like with maybe Hibiki's or Senna's, but just the wallpaper ability is enough to make up for it. So I'm going to put her above Swimsuit Ayane. It's very lovely. That card pull animation was stupid. Man, our lineup is garbage. At least I think so. I don't know anything about this game. The animation of the cards is so whack. It's odd to me. I'll put it right below Katori's. It's alright. Wait, was that our hand? This LIVE2D is fine. It's honestly pretty reminiscent of Tsubaki's. That's where it goes. Whoa. What is this cinematic experience? Smile. Peak Archive. It's very simple as well. I think the noirish style, which is probably what it's going for, is pretty cool. I made a video about Kikyo a couple of days ago. I won't talk about it, but anyway. I'll keep her right above Nier Fuka. Do you really have to show that part first? Peak Archive. Something for everyone. I don't think Yukari naturally has a sailor uniform, right? I think that is a sailor uniform. Giving off Yandere Simulator vibes, or I guess just games similar to that aesthetic. Yeah, so similar to Serena's or Ichika's. So I'll just put it right above Iori. Smile. Peak. Yeah, I would say this is afternoon lighting. I would probably wallpaper this. It's very nice. I'll put her above Iori as well. On that note, I think I misjudged Yukari. I don't know if I like hers as much as Iori and Chinatsu's and the Brightness Squad. I was thinking more of swimsuit Iori's, but I'm not going to put it all the way down there. I do like it more than that. I think I'm going to re-rate Yukari to be right below Kikyo, I guess. Peak Archive. Yeah, the horizon lighting is great. Kind of like Mimori's in a way. Obviously, it's much different. The way they're presented is pretty similar. Shizuko, still Peak Archive. Keep it up. Just don't talk. Sorry. Half of the time I prefer her base, and half of the time I prefer her swimsuit. But this time, I'll prefer her swimsuit. Peak Archive. Yeah, this one's a nice presentation too. I think this is what Yukari's could have been. This is where I would rate Pina as if it was Yukari's. Maybe I prefer the likes of these just a little more. So I'll put her right below Swimsuit Hifumi, right above Christmas Hanae. Even though you can't hear it, this is one of my favorite themes. Peak Archive. Peak Archive. Super Peak Archive. Umika, stay Peak Archive forever. She's front focused, she's taking up the screen, so we have Peak Archive taking up the screen. I think we're just gonna have to move all the way up towards the top of the A tier just because I love this so much. It's not the same style as Ibiki's, but for some reason I find myself loving this so much. I'll put her right above Kayoko. Congratulations. Peak Archive. I like the dark night sky in the back and the firework lighting in the front. You know, it works for a pretty good lighting contrast, which is always what I look for. I'd say I like this one, but maybe I just wouldn't wallpaper it. I'll put her above Nagisa. Sorry, above Nagisa. Peak Archive. There are a lot of things I want to say about her tail, but I'll probably leave it for a different shitpost. I'll put her right below Mashiro. Peak Archive. Peak Archive. Peak Archive. So we got a good contrast between the sunset lighting on the right and the shading on the left. Just like Memori's, actually, it's very calm and relaxing. I guess these swimsuit ones are way more relaxing than the other ones were. I guess somewhere along the line, Nexon decided to turn the wheel and start going in a different direction, but this is the direction I prefer. It's very lovely, it's very calm. I guess if Izuna was my favorite character, I'd give this S tier with a million pluses because she's looking straight at me. Even though Izuna's not my favorite character, I'll give it points for that anyway. I'll say right above Track Mari points. Peak Archive. Sakuya is a little bit in the back, so her Peak Archive face isn't really, you know, spreading all over and making my day better. It's making my day a little better, but not a lot better. Right below Summer Hinata. It's okay. Starting off strong, I see. Oh, because it's Wakamo, of course. So the introduction to this Live2D is epic. And then we move into Peak Archive, and she's gonna stay Peak Archive forever as long as that blushes up, which means it is forever. It's got a lot more movement than other ones do, which makes it a little bit different from the rest for me, but that's not saying that it's worse or better, it's just different, so I feel about it a little differently. I'll put it right above Hifumi. I'll put it right above Memori. Damn. Peak Archive. You know, technically Wakamo's 18, so I can say whatever I want. If you're into swimsuit Live2Ds, you'll probably love this one. Like I said, I'm usually kind of on swimsuit Live2Ds. I'll shove her between the Koharus. Peak Archive. If I ever had any problems with Kyoko's, this one solves all of them. The cloudy rain atmosphere, it's awesome. You guys can't hear the audio right now, but it's too reminiscent of OST 172. But I mean, the OST 171 is good. OST 172 is even better, of course. I have a soft spot for rain atmospheres. So she's already going to be at least right next to Kyoko. And I'll put her above Kyoko too. I'd say she's right on par with Umika. I mean, damn. I mean, Shun's an adult, right? So if Shun keeps looking at me like that, things are gonna happen. It's still a pretty good one, so I'll put it right between them. S tier, double S tier, triple S tier, quadruple S tier, quintuple S tier. Peak archive. We're gonna create the quintuple S tier just for no, it's okay. This one's okay. It's like honestly kind of mid. I'll put her right above Momoi. Sextuple S tier, septuple S tier, octuple S tier, peak archive, nonuple S tier, peak archive. I like the carrot plush next to her. I think it's a little mean though to do that to her, but she's an adult, so she should be able to handle carrots. You know what I mean? It means she should be able to handle carrots. So I'll put her right below Midori. Damn, peak archive, I guess. You think if Saya didn't think you looked like a block of cheese, she would still make that expression? I kind of enjoy it similar to a level of Kokona's, but I think I would enjoy Kokona a little more. So I'll put it right below Kokona. Peak archive. I usually hate Saya because of how many times she's shown up in my pulls. That grin is just, it's so silly that it's pretty enjoyable. I mean, the ramen bar atmosphere is pretty cool, so I'll put it right below Swimsuit Hifumi. Smile, peak. Nothing too crazy. I just give it maybe, who does it remind me of? Maybe kind of like Kaho's. I like Kaho's more. I'll put her above Dressako too. I was gonna say if Chirino took off her mustache, she'd be peak archive. So I guess we've gotten that peak archive. The way she's looking is very peak. Snow atmosphere is pretty cool. You know, it's bright, but it's not blindingly bright. So it's nice. I'll put her right between Hot Springs Shinatsu and Iori. See, no mustache. Even like milk mustache, that's fine. It's not that prevalent, so it's fine. Peak archive, I suppose. I guess the ramen bar kind of atmosphere. So it is pretty nice. I like it. You can just put her below casual Saya. Peak archive. Peak archive. Yeah, this one's a pretty good one too. I actually have put this as my LIVE2D before because I think the fireplace lighting is very nice. Reminds me of Wakamo's, just a little more mellow. But in this atmosphere, the mellowness actually works pretty well. And I'll put it right below Wakamo since they're pretty similar. Marina the Cleaner. Peak archive. Yeah, so this one's not bad too. I assume she's being smug, or maybe she's just a little angry. It looks like smugness to me, so I'm gonna count it as that because that would make me give it more points. I don't know why she would be looking smug while she's cleaning. Probably give her like right below Bunny Toki. Oh, it's not a bad one. Peak archive and peak archive part 2. This one's just like Beach Shizuko, just a little more mellow on the bright horizon light. I mean, the atmosphere and the framing, the spacing's pretty awesome as well. Yeah, I'll put it right, I think above Beach Shizuko because I'm actually using this as my LIVE2D. So there's your biased basing for that. So I had to use Jamori's video for this because I couldn't find one for Meru on Jamie's channel, but that's fine. Peak archive. So it will show us subtitles on the bottom, so congratulations. And the lighting for one's pretty good too. It's being lit up by the computer screen, so it's not bad. It's got some contrast in that case. I'll put her right below Maid Alice. Peak. Peak. Peak archive. It feels like the winter atmosphere is covering the whole screen. I don't know why. It's probably just me. It's as simple as Rumi's, but honestly, I probably like it more because I think the atmosphere is pretty cool. Like Chirino and Casual Saya kind of level. I'll probably just put her right next to them. Peak archive. She was peak archive as soon as she showed up. Yeah, so I knew I was going to give this S tier before I even clicked on the video because I already know what it is. The night sky and the stars are awesome. It's got that perfect shade of blue that I really love. Nodoka's presentation's awesome. Her smile's peak archive. She's very adorable. It is a little more mellow on the lighting than Campari's, but it's still S tier level for sure. If you're looking at this list, you'll see that all the night sky starry ones are up here. I'll put her right above Mine actually. Peak archive. I know Nodoka is just so peak archive. It's just so I don't know how shocking it would be to me, but now that I'm seeing it, I can't deny it. It's got the ramen bar lighting. Well, I guess now it's the hot spring lighting. Hers and Chirino's, hot spring Chirino's, of course. For the same reason I put Umika so high, Nodoka's smile is just so peak archive that I'm tempted to put this one really high as well. And it's got water that I don't think is moving at all. I'll probably just put it right above Umika. They both have that peak archive smile that's carrying them all the way to the top of the A tier, so you know how much I enjoy those. I say peak archive for a reason. Peak archive. Peak archive. Now, as it stands, Shigure is the only Live2D that I've made a 45-minute video of and put on my channel. I said before making the tier list that Shigure's Live2D was my favorite. I just didn't think I'd see so many more bangers before Shigure's. So I'm probably going to give her S tier too, like Nodoka's, but I don't know if I enjoy it more than Dress Hina. I do. Peak archive. I don't know why she's being a temptress here, but the room ambience or ambiance, I don't really know nor care. Dude, the smugness and the ear twitching, I'll give her like a low A tier maybe. I'll put her right above Hot Spring Chirino. For the same reason as Casual Saya's Live2D, this one's nice. It's got a nice ramen bar atmosphere. This time it's right outside. I think it's a stall, like a food stand or something. Between hers and Casual Saya's, I think I pick hers 6 times out of 10. So I guess I'll put it there. That's tragic. Man, Kirino is just wild. I have used this as my Live2D before just because it's just so funny. It's one of the funniest Live2Ds ever, just the situation alone. I just like Kirino's design in general, but I'm not counting it for this tier list as much. Funny enough that I'll put her between the Azusas. Peak archive. Man, Fubuki. If I say anything more, I'll get in trouble. Probably from her too. She's being a little too smug right now, but it's alright. I guess in the similar level to Kirino's, I don't love it, but given the situation, I am compelled to like it. I'll put it right next to Kirino. I'll let them chill together. Alright, here we go. Peak archive. Damn, only for half a second? Stop teasing me. This has similar lighting to like Senna's and Hibiki's that I really enjoy. I think I enjoy it on a similar level. I think Senna's actually is pretty similar to this because I put Senna's pretty far from Hibiki's. I'm gonna put her above Senna. No bias here. That's why she's not like quintuple S tier. That said, Swimsuit Miyako is one of the peakest things that's ever happened. Peak archive. The horizon right behind her is making for a great spread of lighting here. The blur is giving this atmosphere a pretty nice calming touch too. To all my viewers who were waiting for Miyako, you've been scammed. I mean, I threw away so many pyros for Swimsuit Miyako. I just love Swimsuit Mimoris because of the night lighting and the presentation. Swimsuit Miyako is still pretty good. I would prefer it for different reasons, but most of the time, I think I prefer Swimsuit Minori, so I'll put Swimsuit Miyako right below her. Now, this one's hilarious. Saki's so silly. It never really occurs to me how large Saki's helmet is. It's a pretty decent one, but this is not one I love. I'll put it right above Mero, or right below Maid Alice, because they're kind of similar in a way. Wow, that's a crazy introduction. Peak Archive, though. I don't know. I think the way she's holding in her breath just makes for a very Peak Archive expression. I like the water atmosphere. I think since we're underwater, I don't have to worry about the animators making the water animation kind of whack, like with swimsuit Shiroko's or Chisei swimsuits. So this one's a pretty good one. I'll put her between Swimsuit Hoshino and Hare, I suppose, since I was hovering my mouse there. Yeah, I know. Accurate rating. Peak Archive. Yeah, this one's a simple one too. The lighting's not bad either. I mean, Miyu herself is just so Peak Archive that I'm probably going to be a little biased when I give her rating. I'll probably just put her nearby Saki, maybe above Maid Alice too, but I'll keep her right below. Even though you can't hear it, she uses Peak Archive. She uses the same Peak Archive. Sorry, I can't think. She uses the same BGM for both her base and her swimsuit form, which I find pretty funny. Yeah, this one's also just as simple as her base one. The hat's really cool. Honestly, I'm tempted to put her right below her base, so I'll do that. Man, I can't believe Moe doesn't have a swimsuit. It's so tragic. That said, though, her base LIVE2D is really good. Peak Archive, by the way. Like, I don't know if I'd say that Moe is my least favorite rabbit, but I think her base LIVE2D is probably either my favorite one or my second favorite one right below Miyako. We'll find out when I rate it. Very calm, very relaxing, and I'm very tempted to put it above Miyako's. So I will. Just give her some justice because she doesn't have a swimsuit alt. Peak Archive. It's kind of like Azusa's actually. So, wow. Guys, the lore's so deep with this one. I mean, I really like blue themes, and there's a small touch of blue here. I'll do right between Kikyo and Yukari. Peak Archive. I don't think I've ever seen Misaki smile, which is such a shame, but I'll go check her sprite list. Maybe she has one. We've got really good blue theme here, like I was talking about in Sayori's, but this one's even deeper, and I like that a lot more. It's got that night lighting. We've got some rain atmosphere too, which is great. I think Misaki's LIVE2D is really good actually. So it evens out to me putting her right above Guide Tsubaki. I've heard about this LIVE2D. I've seen cuts of it, but seeing the full animation, I'm still shocked. I can't fully believe it. Peak Archive though, if I haven't mentioned it. Maybe I enjoy it more than Sayori's, much less than Misaki's. I'll put it right below Koharu, very similar to hers. Peak Archive. You know why it's Peak Archive? Because Atsuko, and also because her mask is off. Makes it extra Peak Archive. Yeah, this one's a very relaxing one. Super calm, super lovely. Atsuko's very deserving of that princess title that Sayori keeps giving her. It's similar to how much I would enjoy Mimori's, and so I guess that's where we're putting it. Also, whoever made this tier list, they put unmasked Atsuko as the sprite, and that's a W choice. We're finally getting to the collapse. We're almost done. Peak Archive. Can't believe I'm saying that about Miku of all characters, but of course. I mean, Miku is Peak, so her Blue Archive version is also Peak Archive. I mean, this one's a really good LIVE2D. I like the presentation. I like the concert lighting. It's a very cool one. I enjoy it on a level similar to like Christmas Serena, maybe Mari's. I'll put her right below Christmas Serena. Misaka's is so hilarious. It's just so dumb. She can't believe it, and I can't believe it either. It's got good lighting, decent lighting. It's got a decent presentation. Dr. Perero, I think it is. I mean, he's like best girl, probably. I think I enjoy it on a level similar to maybe like Rumi's. Yeah, and Kaho's too. For the record, Misaki's like 14. Lighting's not bad here, it's just some standard daylight lighting. Misaki's smugness needs some serious course correction, but that remote's gonna stop me from doing anything, especially since it's pointed at me right now, so I'm afraid that she'll press the remote on me if I give her anything other than top of S tier, but that's too bad. This is an accurate tier list, of course. Like how I said, I'm just gonna put it because my mouse is there for swimsuit Saki's. Like, kind of like Momiji's, probably a little less. I'll just put her below Momiji, since I said that. Like I said, guys, accurate tier list. Last character, Satan. Brat. This one's okay. I mean, it's got similar lighting to Misaki, Misaka. I think I like it a little less than Misaka's though, so that's where I'll put it. And that, everyone, is the entire tier list. Let me zoom out so we can see everything. This is the entire tier list of every character. As we can see, no one's in the F tier, so let's just get rid of it. This is the full tier list of every character up until, oh, it was Swimsuit Serika. So this is all 184 characters up until Swimsuit Serika. If there are any more that I missed, that's too bad. If there's anything else I want to say, I'll put it in text in post. Thank you guys for watching, and if you've made it this far from start to finish, thank you very much for sticking with me. And if you only watched part of it, thank you anyway, because you're here listening to this for some reason, so thank you for that. Yeah, so that will be all. Will I do this ever again? No, this killed me. But anyway, this is very fun. I want to do a mob tier list, so I'll probably do that. But yeah, enough yapping from me. I'll put whatever else I want to say in notes afterwards. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a different video from a different series. Goodbye.